welcome to another MISys tips and tricks video by Central Nervous Systems. This week we are going to demonstrate the effects of using the assign all function on traceability. Assign all function is used when we are assigning lot numbers, and in this case we are actually going to go ahead and just jump right into it and select the manufacturing order that we can work with. Let's just select MO 1100. In this case, we are building an intermediary item, and this item happens to have 4 raw materials and 1 resource in its BOM. And these raw materials, if we were to dig into their item masters, we could see that on the serial and lot tracking box, there is a default sort selection. This allows us to determine in which way we want to sort the lot numbers available within any given raw material or any material in our system. In this case, FIFO, first in, first out, was selected as the method. So we will see this when the assign serial lot number window pops up. The sorting of the lot numbers that are available in the system. So let's just go ahead and complete this manufacturing order for the full quantity of 1 batch. And as you probably already know, the first thing it's going to ask us to do is to assign a lot number for the finished good or the built item in this case. It seems that I am assigning lot numbers based on the date. So let's just keep that format here. Save it, close it, select it, and autofill it in. All right, so now that we have our built item lot number assigned, the system is telling me, or asking me rather, to assign the lot numbers for all of the ingredients that went into making this built item. And they are listed here by item number. So I select the first row and click assign. Now it says, okay, you've produced 1 built item lot number under this. If there were multiple lot numbers, they would all be listed here, and I would have to assign the raw materials usage specific to each built item lot number. But in this case, there is only 1, so I select that line. If I hit assign here, what it'll do is pop up with an assign lot numbers window displaying all the lot numbers that are available for this item, organic flour, with quantities available for me to use. And in this case, I need to assign 70, whatever the unit of measure is, of this item. I can choose to assign it all from one lot or the other, or divide it up in any way that I want. But if I, instead of clicking the assign button, were to click on assign all, what it would have done is it would have taken the first listed item, and as you see here, as you see here, the sorting is done based on first in, first out. In this case, the receipt dates were the same, so it goes and lists it by the SL number. And if these were different, then lot that is received earlier would have been listed on top. And when I hit assign all, it'll look at the remaining quantity to be assigned and try to fit as much of it as possible into this first line here. And then if it runs out of stock in the first line, then it'll move to the second line and assign the remaining quantity to the second line. In this case, I need to assign 70 and there is 280 available in the first, so the whole thing would be assigned to 280. I don't really get to see this window when I click assign all. So when I select my parent SL number and hit assign all, it automatically makes the assignment. I hit assign all. I don't get to see any of the lot numbers here. It is just using whatever is available in the sorting list and doing that. And it seems a lot faster than using the assign button, just clicking assign all. However, there is a negative consequence of using the assign all button when it comes to traceability. And to demonstrate that, I have created an Excel sheet and we'll work with only 1 raw material as an example. Let's assume that the raw material that we're going to use comes in drums of 208 liters. Each time we receive 208 liters into stock. However, because this is a liquid and we are not really able to use every drop that is within the drum due to our suction, we might be using less than this. Also, net weight declared by the supplier will have tolerances or variation rather, and these numbers will, for the most part, be less than the 208. In some cases, it'll be more. But let's go with this. Let's assume that we received 3 drums and they were all 3 different lots, and the received quantities were 208, and the actual quantities were 205, 204, and 200. Let's talk about building an item with a BOM quantity of 52. We're building an item that requires 52 liters of this product that we're looking at. So we have work orders. Each work order that we have is going to use 52 liters of this product. If we were using assign, the first start would be the same as assign all. There is lot number 100 with 205 available, and we're using only 52. So in both cases, 52 from lot 100 would be used. But as we move on in the same way, by the time we come to the fourth work order or manufacturing order, whichever you are using, you'll notice that when we're using assign, we're actually looking at actuals, and we only have 49 left in the system, and we will have to switch to the next lot and use 3 from there. However, if we were using assign all, because it is looking what is in stock, it is just going to go ahead and you think that you can use 52 from there and use that. Already we have created a variation in our traceability. And if lot number 101 for this item were to be recalled by the supplier and we did a trace back, we would not be able to identify, when using assign all, we would not be able to identify the product that came as a result of work order 4 as an item that has used 101 lot number of the raw material, and we wouldn't recall that product back, whereas it might have a faulty or defective ingredient in it. And as you notice, that these highlighted ones are the ones where is a discrepancy between assign and assign all transactions, and the quantity is increasing from 3 to 7 to 15. And at a certain point, as this grows, if there is no truing up of inventory done, we will find out that it's actually using completely different lot numbers, not even sharing the same lot number anymore. And this happens because on the assign function, we are using what the shop floor is reporting to us on paper, possibly, which lots they have used. Because if they run out of lot 100 because they're not able to suction it out, they're going to move on to the second drum and record that they've used 3 liters from that second drum. Whereas when we are using assign all, we are not really paying attention at all to what the shop floor reported. We're just clicking assign all and assigning raw materials based on their FIFO order on their stock level in the system. And until an inventory count is done to true up the inventory, it's always going to assume the received quantity to be the actual quantity, and we're going to be led into error and down the line possibly face serious consequences by not recalling the correct items. I hope this helps you with understanding how to use MISys more effectively, and we hope to see you in our next video.